as individual, we perform different duties. As individual, we perform different duties, and I'll be sharing some of the tips I've been able to use to navigate, tips I've been using to navigate my way through being a mom, being a wife, being a career woman, and being an individual. Definitely, I had a life before I got married, and I still have my life. I had a life before I gave birth, and I still have my life. And so, getting married or giving birth doesn't alter that I have a life. And so I have been able to navigate my way through these 4 functions, and how far I've come. Definitely, I've been using these tips, and it has been working for me. So I'll be giving these tips, and I'll also be using my life experiences and as an example to back up this point I'll be raising in this video. So please ensure you watch till the end. It will be worth the wait. Hi everyone, it's still your girl Oyindalara. Now, if you're seeing for the very first time, welcome to my YouTube channel. And if you've been here all through, thank you very much for subscribing. And if you are not subscribed and you're seeing this video, please subscribe. I'm sure you're going to enjoy this journey with me. So thank you very much as you enjoy this video. So please promise me I'll be going through my notes at intervals. I had to jot things down because I didn't want to give an half-baked discussion. I really have to jot them down just for you to enjoy this video to the fullest. So one thing I usually tell people when I meet people is that before you get married, you had a life. After you got married, you still have a life. Before you gave birth or before you became a mother, you had a life. And after you became a mother, so you still have a life. So nothing really changes. Such at some stage in life, some things there's like an improvement or something, more responsibilities. So I'll start with life as an individual. For me, as an individual, one thing I did or I do is I'm really very intentional about myself. I don't know, some people can say it's being selfish, but I don't think it's being selfish. Considering myself first is not selfishness. I try to be intentional about myself, about what I do, what makes me happy. I really do not want to inconvenience myself because I have to make another person comfortable. I don't believe in that. Well, I wouldn't know whatever the thing that is as, but that's my own philosophy, and so far so good. It's been helping me. Another thing is look good. I don't have so much, but then the little I have, I try to maximize it to the fullest. I try to look good for myself, look good for my husband, because what is life without living your life like for yourself, trying to impress somebody? Who are you really trying to impress? So I try as much as possible to look good. Then I do what makes me happy. Now there are different things that make people happy. Me, I love going out, I love chatting, I love like my phone. I'm always on my phone most times. I do that a lot. There are some people like going to the spa, going to the cinema, hanging out with friends. If that makes you happy, do it. Really, because nobody has a photocopy of their life anyway. If anything happens today, it's gone, and life still continues for others. So these are the few things I try to make good use of for myself. I'm really very concerned about myself. Then on the part of being a wife, now I remember in church when they were joining us, two has become one and all of that. But then I'm sure they didn't really that thing is like a scam to me, because really, but then it's fun anyway. If you're married to and understand, it's really fun. One thing you have to consider being a wife is that your family comes first in everything you do. Your family comes first. You have to understand that. See, you have to put your family first in everything. Don't let anybody try to play hanky-panky game with you. Your family should come first. Any decision you are going to make, it's going to mar or make your family. I try to do that most of the time. Any ceremony I have to go to, if I know that how do I do this? If I'm not able to do this, how will I do it? So I won't go for the ceremony. Sometimes I have to deny myself some of those things. It's sacrifice. Then be ready to make sacrifice, just like I just said. Be ready to make a whole lot of sacrifice. Trust me, the moment you are married, you have to always put your partner, like you have to consider your partner, because you get as a bill. You have to always consider your partner first, because really, they said two have become one. So you have to consider your you have to make sacrifices. There are some things I usually do. I remember before I got married, my parents were always complaining that I'm always in my room all alone and all of that. I don't even care about what any other person think or what another person will eat or something like that, as far as I'm comfortable. When I got married, I have to, even when I feel like chatting, have I made dinner? Have I made breakfast? Have I done this? Have I done that? So at least when the person comes, this person won't just be getting angry after a long day. Same way I would want somebody not to do that to me. So then plan ahead. You have to make plans. Before April came in March, I had already had a background knowledge of things I want to do. Family functions we have to attend, or maybe some particular days that are peculiar to my family, things we have to do, a project we have to attend to, and the likes of things. That's planning ahead. So you don't have to do impulse buying, or you have to start doing impromptu something or impromptu outing where there's no, start spending unnecessarily. You have to plan ahead, then move at your own pace. You see, I don't try to impress anybody. The only person I try to impress is myself. You cannot come and be making me think about what I'm not supposed to think about. No. I won't even put myself in that position where you have to be influencing everything I do. No. I determine what I do. If I'm not comfortable with this, I won't do it. So it's not that because your husband did this, you're my friend, you're telling me I have to go and mount pressure on my husband too to do that. No. See, these fingers, they say they are not equal. So please understand that fact, that these fingers are not equal. So you have to understand that this person is enjoying this now doesn't mean you won't enjoy it as time goes on. Life now, turn by turn. Then the next part I'll be talking about is life as a mother. You see, I tell people, this motherhood journey, they did not give us manual. Nobody has a manual anywhere. And there's no single person that has gotten an award of the best mom in the whole world. There's no superwoman anywhere. I said it in one of my videos, in one of my spoken words. So don't let anybody push you like a truck. No. See, even our mothers, it was trial and error. I believe it was trial and error that they all did, and they got it. Some things that you don't even know. Trust in this one, I'm sure some of us can really relate to this. That you didn't even know that it could work, but you tried it and it worked, and now you look like a professional. So how did we all get there? So don't let anybody push you beyond what is not. Nobody has a manual. Do what suits you, what suits your family, what suits your child, what suits you personally. If it doesn't suit you, go back out. Trust your instincts. You see, 100% of the time, I trust my instincts 80% of the time, and I'm always correct. At least out of 100, 80% of the time, I'm always correct. I think there was one time something, I can't really place my head around it. I think something happened to my son. I was like, what do I do? I just used one tube I had at home. That was not what we bought the tube for. One cream like that. That was not. But I just used it and it worked. Something just clicked in my head. Why can't you just use this? What if it works? And I used it and it worked. And that was how I was able to save the situation. I didn't have to go to the hospital. So trust your instinct. Your instincts most times are right as a mother. Then you have a life before motherhood. I don't know, some of my friends will say I'm mean. But then I just feel I can't put my life on hold because I have a child. No. I can't. If I have to be somewhere today, I'll go and drop my son at the daycare. The daycare closes by 6. If I return before 6, I won't go and pick him immediately. I will still stay back at home, rest. Maybe I need to catch up on some things on social media. Do that. Do 1 or 2 things before it's 6. When I know that when it's 6, I have to go and pick him. And by the time it comes, my attention will be divided. I won't be able to attend something because definitely I want to catch up with him as well. At least I want to have little time with him as mother and child. So I try as much as possible. The little opportunity I have when he's not around, I make good use of it. I'm not in a haste because am I the first person to give birth? I beg. I don't do all of those things. They will say I'm mean, but I'm not. But that's just me. If I have to be somewhere tomorrow, if I know the daycare, maybe it's a weekend, I'll go and drop my son at my mom's place. Thank God my parents stay close by. I stay by. I'll go and drop him there. See, if it's possible for me to go and be dropping him there every weekend, I'm going to pick him. I will do that. Well, my husband will not accept, but then I'm still comfortable with that. Then ask for help. You see, one thing I try to tell anybody close to me that's giving birth is ask for help. I know most of us are DIY kind of person, but see, nobody has a monopoly of strength though. If anything happens, parent, you have put your child in danger, because who will take care of your child like you will take care of your child? Your family, how will they feel? So what is life if it's not to be lived to the fullest? Ask for help. If you can outsource, if you can pay somebody to come help you do this, pay them. If you can pay for the daycare, pay for the daycare. Don't be doing akagon. Say you want to do everything by yourself. Nobody will give you award as the best mom. You're only injuring yourself. I don't do that. I use the washing machine. I remember when I was growing up, I didn't believe in washing machine. But when I got married, I knew the importance of washing machine. Because the time I'm using to wash clothes, I can do other things. In February, I was admitted in the hospital because I wanted to do everything myself. And thank God for God, I had to outsource afterwards. And so far so good, I've been enjoying it. I have a contact of a medical practitioner. Well, I don't know if this is right, because actually they are supposed to be paid for their services. But then, well, I feel maybe like a friend, you can actually appreciate them, give them gifts and all of that. At least once in a while, where you won't have to go to the hospital for little things, you can easily call them. Please, what can I do? I saw this on my baby's body, and before you know it, you can join moms, all these mom communities on social media too. Some people that can relate to some of the challenges they are facing. It's really not a bad idea. Then don't let anybody guilt trip you. You see, there are some women, I don't know how they do that thing. It's really annoying. Because they feel they've been married for a decade, or they feel they have 100 children, and so they know everything about motherhood. They forget the fact that motherhood experiences are different. I can't compare my experience of motherhood than that person's own, because there is a different ball game. I remember when my son was like 3 to 4 months or thereabout, I used carrier. I took him to the hospital to take immunization. And I was going, we are taking it and we were going. I held umbrella, and I was holding, I think, my phone on my handbag, of course, with the other hand. And one lady and one woman, they were just shouting. I didn't even know I sounded like head noise, but since they were not talking to me, so it was one woman and one lady that was coming towards me, that called me and said, they are talking to you. What? I don't know why they were shouting, because they feel I used baby carrier. How does that concern you? Recently, one of my friends also shared that she took her baby for immunization, and one woman was saying, your baby at 6 months or something, your baby is still weighing this 1 kg, 10 kg or something, supposed to be weighing 15 kg, 100 kg. Kilo day, is it your business? Don't let anybody make you feel less of a mother. You are doing well. It is your life, it is your child. As much as you are, see, carrying a child in your womb self is a whole lot. Then raising a child, you are doing well. Please don't let anybody guilt trip you. You see all those people, they will meet their load at the border. Thieves will not carry it. So the next part I'll be talking about is as a career woman. Now, before I continue, I remember I studied English education, and at some point I just made up my mind that, see, I'm really a family person. I like to create time for my family very well, and I like to create time for myself. So I made up my mind, even before long before I got married, that I don't want to do a job that I have to wake up 4:30 and come back by 10 o'clock, because I know I stay in Lagos, and Lagos life is a whole lot. So I was like, see, I think I prefer this teaching. So I'm a teacher by profession and by passion. So it's not that maybe because there's no job. No. I'm a teacher by profession and by passion. Like, that's what I really want to do, because I want to create time for my family. I don't want to be leaving home in the morning, coming back in the night, and by the time I come back in the night, my children are asleep, and when they'll see me again, it's the weekend, when I know that my husband too will most likely have that kind of life. So at least more, so I chose that, okay, this is the life I want. So far so good. It has been helping me, and I'm not regretting one bit, even though the status of a teacher in the country is not worth it, but then that's what I want, and so I'm enjoying it. I don't care about whatever the situation of the country is saying. That's what I want, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it to the fullest. So enjoy whatever you're doing. Make sure whatever you're doing is what you really want, at least for now. So life as a career woman. One thing I made up my mind to do this year was to set a goal for myself, that, see, this year I won't let it pass me by. Let it pass me by. Even if I won't achieve 100% of my goal, I have to achieve at least more than 80. And so I said this, I'm like, see, I have to maximize my potential. I have hidden potential, and people that even people know, and they still talk to me about. So why try to cage myself by streamlining myself that, okay, it's just this teaching? No. And that was what bettered this idea of the YouTube channel. And so far so good. I've been getting great comments about what I've been doing, how people have been inspired by what I've been doing, even if the money is not coming now, but at least I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And this is part of the goal I set for myself this year, that I have to achieve. So set a goal for yourself, set ways at which you have to achieve them by yourself. Another thing is, don't get overwhelmed with motherhood. You see, motherhood is a great life. Trust me, it's a very great experience. I'm telling you. But then don't be too overwhelmed with motherhood that you forget that you have a life. You have a life too. Now, I think I read it, on a Betty Rabo's Instagram page sometimes ago, that before you gave birth, before you had your children, you had a life. After you have them, they will also grow and leave you. If you have built your life around them alone, what will be left of you after your children leave and have to go make life for themselves too? What will be left of you? So if your whole life have been only raising children, some of our grandparents suffered this, and all they did was raising children, going to the farm. And now after we all grew up, they were left with nothing. It was like life was boring to them. And so I made up my mind that, see, I'm not going to allow this. So after I had my son, after 3 months of maternity leave, I resumed back to work. I dropped him off at the school daycare. It doesn't change. The fact that I gave birth doesn't mean I have to leave. I have to abandon my own life. No. Don't be overwhelmed by that. You might not be the working class kind of person too, but then have things you are doing to improve yourself. Don't just be just you. This year you are just that one person. Next year you are just that one person. You are not improving yourself in whatsoever way. There's nothing you are doing. My father will say, you are not doing anything to use in changing your hand. Your work father. No, don't do that. That's more. I'm not sure that's a sensible thing to do. So that's my own motto, and so far so good. It has been helping me, at least for over 2 years I've had my son. He's even you from 3 months. I've been dropping him at the daycare, and he's used to it. If I go and drop him at daycare today, he doesn't cry. There's nothing that will make him cry. Even people will be wondering, how do you do this? But that's what, if I have another child tomorrow, that's the life that the child will still be used to. I beg, I have my own life too. Now person born me. Now born, I no keep person. Then the last but not least that I'll be talking about here is take courses. That is, keep yourself abreast of your career. Don't be just that one man mopo, be one way traffic kind of person that you, because I'm just a teacher, I'm just facing that teaching line. I feel like I shouldn't be doing anything. No. There are other things that women now do save that brings money. So why can't I do that? So you have to. During the lockdown last year, I took 3 online courses, and I have them in my archives now. At least if I want to do something that relating to those courses, I have certificate for it. I have a background knowledge about it, even if it's not full knowledge. At least I have a background knowledge about it that I can use, that can help me. Then along the line, I can still learn on the job. So keep yourself abreast of your, even if it's handwork that you are doing. Social media has made life easy. As much as social media has its disadvantages, that's advantages too. People can now publicize what they are doing, and making, sewing of clothes, doing this one on social media, and people learn from it. So use social, if you are the crafty kind of person, use social media, learn new things. See, things are changing. There are new trends of things. Things are changing. And now there are different ways people make hair. This I have a knotless braid on. Earlier on, when I was in university, there was nothing like knotless braid. But that's the trend. That's the new trend now, and people are doing it, and it's really nice. Sewing of clothes now, we now have different styles that people learn on social media, and they are very nice. People now mix different fabrics together, and it comes out nice. I remember I saw one the first day on social media, and the person called it coat of many colors, and it was very, very nice. In short, I'm still hoping that I'll be able to have that for myself. I'll give my tailor, and she'll come up with something very nice for me. So keep yourself abreast, even if it's handwork, even if it's a business, even if it's a career, whichever way, keep yourself abreast. Improve on yourself. Don't be stagnant. Don't undermine yourself. You see, I think one of the things I battled with earlier, before this year or last year or previous years, was self-pity. I feel I wasn't getting enough because of, this one is actually a topic for another day. I wasn't doing enough because of one thing or the other. But this year I said, see, I'm going to come out of that cloak of self-pity. Like I won't let that hinder me. And so far so good. And short me if I'm happy with myself. So with this viewpoint of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you, and not to confuse you, that you can navigate your way through performing different duties as a woman, as a mother, as a wife, as an individual, and as a career person, or somebody that has as a businesswoman, or somebody that has a handwork. Whichever way, you can navigate your way through. I hope this point will help you, just like it's been helping me, and I'm sure to continue. So thank you very much for listening to my TED talk. I'm sure you've been inspired by all the points that I've raised. Now it's not streamlined to these points are just things I've been able to come up with, the things I've worked with, and it has worked for me. I'm sure it might not totally work for you, trust me, because we are different individuals. But then little of those points I believe can work for you, and trust me, you'll be able to find your way through. Just enjoy the process. That's just what I would say. Enjoy the process. Don't get overwhelmed, and trust me, you'll be fine. So thank you very much for listening. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. click on the thumbs up button. I've tried now. Give and share your opinion in the comment section, please. I want you to tell me how you feel about these things I've spoken on. What are the things you feel? Maybe you have a different opinion. Share in the comment section, and don't forget to turn on your notification, because we are still going to enjoy more of this on this channel. Thank you very much for listening. Do have a great day. Bye.